attorney, I thought, ask Christine, I thought we determined.
Saw a couple of emails and stuff, and I was like, I don't know what this is crazy.
Yeah, be present.
Almost correct.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm determined.
Yeah.
Several.
How about Frank did in that meeting the other day, and rang like 3 times? Cause like she had told me, rang like 3 times.
We like to think that she was
This is literally.
we need some. Why would I let us get
I got
I just realized, this guy has the shortest tenure of government. You're like the shortest tenure of government. Nobody. Because of you guys.
36 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep on saying.
You wanted to sign up to say.
You got me, I don't know. So this is
Elliot here.
All right. Call to order the Safety Committee meeting. First item on the agenda, the minutes from December the 18th, 2025.
Second.
Second. Any comments, any concerns? All in favor? Any opposed? Next item is item number 2, an ordinance annexing the area of Charleston County known as 55-1, Charleston County TMS number 484-1400073, and making it part of the President City Council District 2 as shown on the map prepared by GIS Department. And of this annexation dated November the 6th, 2025, bearing the title Annex Area Proposed for Annexation by the City of North Charleston, Section 55T, and rezoning the property address as 2896 Casey Street, Charleston County TMS 484-1400073 from Charleston County R4 low density residential to M1 light industrial. That's in Council District 2.
Movement to deny.
Motion for denial.
Second.
Motion is second. We have 2 people who want to discuss that. Mr. Dave Elliott, come forward. Give your place of residence on that, sir. You can speak, say your name and your residence.
Okay, my name is Dave Elliott. My residence is 2804 Cassie Street in North Charleston. Actually, the property right next to the property we're talking about. Never been to one of these, so what I kind of wanted to explain, a couple years ago, I bought that 3 acres with all intention to build a house on it. Since then, I bought the house connected to that, so this is essentially my backyard. I am a what they call a picture car coordinator in the film business. I've done all the shows around here. I get them all their cars. One of my business is that I actually own police cars, fire engines, ambulances, and I really was hoping to have a place to store them. I have a couple of North Charleston police cars, Fort Lauderdale police cars, and I really have no place to put them between shows. And I know without them being tagged as vehicles that I drive on the road, that it's not, the way I'm zoned, I can't keep my cars there between shows. When I talked to the Planning and Zoning Commission, I mentioned what I was trying to do is possibly build a little nice like 3-bay metal building, something nice, because actually it's my back door, my back window, my bedroom window looks out at that property. Just a small little metal building where I might be able to keep my cars. They said the best zoning I could get was M1, which seems pretty extreme for what I'm asking to do. I really don't plan on doing anything more than, keeping some police cars and stuff there between shows. Are usually out most of the time. And I didn't know if there's any kind of zoning between the extreme of M1 and the R4 that I have that I could possibly do that with the cars that I have. So that's the only reason I was asking for the zoning. And I just didn't know how else to go about it. Like I said, the M1, I read things for the M1 which seem very extreme. So you could put tattoo parlors and stuff, and I don't want one of these in my backyard. I have no ambition to do that, but I wanted to build this like a small metal building, brick facade around it, stone facade, something that looked nice, but something I could put cars in. I have a small car collection of my own that I would just like to be able to keep stuff inside, possibly work on it, but with the police cars and things like that between shows, I was hoping to get the zoning to be able to do that. So that's kind of my ambition with it. There is no thought of any big buildings. Like I said, I don't want to look in my backyard and see that either. So I know it was denied, and I do have to apologize for planning and zoning. I missed the original hearing, the original meeting with planning and zoning for the fact that emails were going to the wrong email address. T had been left off on my last name, and I found out after the meeting that I'm working up in Wilmington, North Carolina, so I wasn't receiving any mail. I'm gonna show up there right now. So I just wanted to say no disrespect for planning and zoning for me not showing up. That was a complete mistake, and I wasn't getting the email notification. So thank you all for hearing me out, and I appreciate it. So after questions or anything, or?
Questions for?
Do you have that, I mean, if it stayed in R4, stayed in the county, could he do what he's talking about doing?
I think that's the reason why he came to us.
Okay.
R4, and they said that they wouldn't support that type of zoning either. I think it's an unfortunate situation where it's just not necessarily compatible. It's kind of the basis.
Yeah, Charleston County is actually one of recommended I do this. So I talked to Charleston County, and they said you might have better luck, because I have some overlay district, and like I said, I'm not real familiar with everything, but they said you might have better luck annexing into North Charleston and talking to them about it. So.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you said it, like, that's the problem is we have to look at the 50-year outlook of every zone, so.
Absolutely.
I'm dealing with this, I deal with it with some of my neighborhoods too, where you gotta find a way where you can let them store their stuff, support their business in their backyard. Right now, there's just no.
No real zoning for that. other than-
Cause I looked, I talked to staff, I was like, can we find a way?
Yeah.
There's just no way, unfortunately.
Okay.
As far as, other than M1, which is crazy.
And I know it's a long shot.
Like I said, it's
and,
crazy.
Which I told Lisa, who's also my neighbor connected to the property, and I understand the concept of, if I ever sold it, then somebody could come in there and put a tattoo parlor or
That's
stuff
the
like
problem.
that.
the concern.
I don't plan on doing it, plan on leaving it to my kids, but you never know what's gonna happen in between. And yes, if one of my kids decided, hey, I wanna build a factory back here, they could, so I understand the concern with that, but I figured I'd just come in and at least plead my case, and I understand. Well, thank you all very much, I appreciate it.
It's Lisa Hodges.
Hey, everybody.
Yes, your name, address, please.
My name's Lisa Hodges. I live adjacent to David. And the last meeting I was
Address
here.
number is,
Sir,
address number,
it's, I live at 2817 South Oak Ridge Street. He lives on Casey Street. We back up to each other. He did purchase the property right next to mine. He cleared it off. It looks amazing. It looks outstanding. He keeps it clear. I opposed him the last meeting. I did not understand what he was talking about and what he wanted to do with the property. Once I talked to David one-on-one, and the other neighbors talked to him one-on-one, and we understood what type of facility he wanted to put there, just a simple plain building to hold the vehicles in, then I was on board with it. And I was opposed to it at first because I was like, wow, you know, the light industrial put fear in my mind, you know? But when he explained it would be in a building and that it would be the vehicles, and the what it does for the community, the production, the film business, how much that brings to our community, that even made me more on board with it, you know? I didn't ask him for a job or anything, but anyhow, I just thought that it's a beautiful piece of property. The building that he showed me he wanted to put on there was very nice. And there are other businesses that are right down the road. Another one that is right on the corner of South Oak Ridge Circle and Tedder Street. There's one right there. I also sold a piece of property, which is now the 7-Eleven, right there on the corner that was on Rock Street, which was, it was 7415 Rock Street. That was my piece of property that I sold that's now commercial. So I just hope that y'all would consider, there's a church building in there that is a commercial piece of property. And there's, of course, the school there. I know that the Palmetto Commerce is not too far, well, a hop, skip, and a jump away from us, you know, tons of buildings right there. I just hope that y'all might reconsider and allow him to do. I know that there's where y'all don't stipulate that you can't have businesses where there are single family housing. I hope that y'all would reconsider and maybe try to make a new law if certain neighbors don't oppose to it. I understand now what he's talking about, what he wants to do. I've been there for 50 years, and so I don't have a problem with it. I'm the one that's directly beside his property, and it would be affecting my property value. I know that my property value may decrease, and I'm okay with it. So, just because of, you know, what he's done, what he's doing, and what it'll bring to the community. So, I just wanted to say that to y'all. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Is there, moving in the future, is there a way that we could possibly implement policy for temporary zoning? Is there any possibility for that? Or like where we have like
Okay, any other questions from council? Motion for denial. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 3, is ordinance rezoning the property address as 7047 Stall Road, Charleston County, TMS 478-1300-016, from B1 Limited Business to B2 General Business, Council District 2.
Motion to deny.
Motion to deny. Motion second. Any questions from council? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 4, an ordinance rezoning the property address as, see, that's number 3. Yes, had me wondering. An ordinance rezoning the property address as 1809 Grayson Street, Charleston County, TMS 469-1200-316 from R1 single family residence to R2 multifamily residence. This is Council District 10.
Move for approval. Second.
Second. Any questions from council on this one? Question from council, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 4, ordinance rezoning property addresses 1809 Grayson Street, Charleston County, TMS number 46912000316.
You're on number 5 now. We just voted on that. We just voted on 4.
Well, hold tight. You
You're on 5.
know what had me
I got
messed up?
I got
Yeah.
you.
Council
Yeah, yeah.
district.
Yes, it is mine. You know, I had a Jeff Townsend was here. Is Jeff here?
Yes, sir.
Jeff, you're gonna keep it, you be happy, right? We're moving forward, right?
Yes,
Okay, you don't have anything you wanna say, right?
I'm good.
That's what happened. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Alright. Number 5, an ordinance rezoning the property address as 1912 English Street, TMS 46916000122 from R1 single family residence to R2 multifamily residence.
Move for approval. Second.
Moving second. Any questions from council? All in favor? Any opposed? Item number 6, an ordinance rezoning property addresses 4621 Durant Avenue, TMS 47004000127 from R1 single family residence to own neighborhood, it's council district 8.
Move to approve.
Moving second. Any question from council? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 7, an ordinance rezoning property is 5623 Dobson, Charleston County, TMS 47313000140 from R1 single family residence to R2 multifamily residence, council district 8.
Move to approve.
Second.
Moving second. Any concerns from council? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 8, an ordinance rezoning property is 5728 Dorchester Road, TMS number 40803000004 from B2 General Business to M1 Light Industrial, Council District 6.
Move for approval.
Second.
Move for approval. Any questions from council?
Have a speaker.
Number 8, Jesse and Michael
Yasmin.
Desmond, okay. Yes. Your name and your address, please, ma'am.
My name is Jessie Gesman and it's 5728 Dorchester Road. I just wanted to say we came from light industrial and over on Piggly Wiggly and we moved over to Dorchester Road. We're a swimming pool company and I just had pictures of the light industrial in the area and pictures of what we've done to the property.
Okay, we did,
Please, yes. It's up to her, right? I'll come back to you. So you're finished? Or-
Yes, sir.
Yes, and I think you had Michael.
Yes, sir.
Michael is here too. You
Yes,
had
sir.
anything you wanna say?
She did great.
Do you wanna show us the picture? We can pass them around.
Okay, yeah, I just, these are the light industrial, obviously the pink around. When we came to the first meeting,
You're doing good, you know, when you're ahead, you should keep going.
right, no, I was like, yeah, I don't need to show you, and these are just pictures of the property, it was Pete's RV Center, and I just brought pictures to show you what we've done to it, we have plans to, I'll just shut up.
Yeah, so
So the only question I had was, can you just break down exactly what you guys are looking, what you guys business to, what you were looking to do with the M1 Light Industrial Council, that's what I was looking for.
Sure thing, so, and you can correct me.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is
We don't have any necessary certain plans that are direct for the M1 zoning. We've already gone through zoning and planning and put up a fence to protect everything so that nothing is seen from the road. We have intentions of putting up show pools there and we wanna offer swimming lessons to the community. Nothing forward facing M1, we just have some like machines that would be parked in the back.
Is that is that something needed for the business to be operable?
No.
Okay.
And we still have a property on Piggly Wiggly that we're using for that now, so
With the current zoning, we can't even bring a trailer to the property. Like if I had to load something up, I can't leave it even on the property because of the zoning. So that's part of the complication. But what we're showing in the images is that, and when you zoom out of that, a lot of that is all light industrial and across the street next to us and adjoining on the lot. We just, it would help us.
she was just asking if there was anything in particular that we needed to ask. absolutely for it, there's not.
Your question, sir?
So this is right on Dorchester Road.
Yes.
So across the street is District 5, and you know how jam-packed Dorchester can get, right? So I think that helps to answer the question of why we're on a new M1, right? So what happened to the last M1, because the potential to have so much traffic in there. I'm concerned about it. Dorchester was so jammed up already. Let's say you sold your business and somebody wanted to turn it into, a small concrete plant or something like that, they would be able to do that, so. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say, thanks.
I was thinking about that too, and when I was zooming out of the map with all of the stuff that's up there, that is light industrial and across the street. As I was thinking about that last time we were at the meeting, I'm like, man, there's probably gonna be no way. Then I got on the map and kind of zoomed out of it, and I was like, well, there's a lot of it. Obviously, we don't wanna do that, but we get that. Tomorrow we could sell and it could be, somebody can go there and demo all the work that we did, which would be absolutely awful. But it can happen. But for our business, it would help us for instance, like even if we gotta just come in and like do something with a trailer, we can't technically even leave a trailer behind the building. We build fences, obviously, to block all that, to make it look really pretty. We want it to be amazing. That's the need.
I'd like to hear from Tim. What was staff reason for the no?
So, the use was approved originally as flex space, which is permitted as a conditional use in B2. And it's limited in the total square footage of warehouse space that's allowed on the property. Additionally, they're looking for outdoor storage for some of their equipment on the property as well, and that is not permitted within the B2 zoning. So that's kind of where we're at, is on that edge between what's allowed in the conditional use, the flex space, which allows for showrooms, some storage, etc., which is why they kind of moved to this location to get that aspect of it. But M1 isn't consistent with that frontage in the Dorchester Road corridor, which, we're looking at a mix of uses, mostly commercial and things along those lines. So that was the basis for staff's recommendation for denial, was that it wasn't consistent with the target for Dorchester.
When you zoom, sorry.
I think you already motioned and approved. Just need from council to vote. Any other question from council? It's all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Item number 9. Request for speed hump on FDOT. This is on Spur Street, District 6.
Motion approved.
Motion second. Any questions from council? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 10, request for speed hump approved on Hall Street Avenue, District 2.
Move for approval.
Second.
Moving second. Any questions from council? All in favor?
Aye.
Any other items coming to public safety? Not meeting adjourned.
I'm gonna call the finance committee to order for January 15th, 2026. The first item on the agenda is the minutes from the December 18th, 2025 finance meeting.
Move for approval.
We have a motion, a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 2, request authorizing the mayor to execute any and all documents necessary and appropriate to accept the building identified as the Carter Avenue Wellness Center from the Ports Authority.
Move for approval.
Second.
A motion, a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 3, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute appropriate documents with the South Carolina Department of Transportation for the transfer of right-of-way of segments of North Boulevard and Marquee Road into the city system in Council District 10.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, is there any discussion? Yes, sir.
What's the condition of that road? Is there any concerns that we're gonna have to dump a bunch of money into it right away?
Be eligible for resurfacing under the Charleston County.
Or the county?
Transportation Committee, so that shouldn't change status of.
Thanks.
Any other questions? We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 4, equipment purchase for police evidence movable shelving in the amount of $480,709.16 to Business Systems of South Carolina.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion and second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 5, request to approve the evaluation committee for project NC 0126, planning environmental linkage study of the elimination of the Durant Avenue Railroad crossing.
To approve.
Motion and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 6, request to approve the evaluation committee for project NC 0226, indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity, design build services.
For approval.
Second.
A motion and a second, any discussion?
I have some
Yes,
questions.
ma'am.
So I was just researching the 2 items on 6 and 7. So one of the things that stood out to me is so with this process, it goes directly to the can actually Willie come and explain it?
Willie, come and explain
Then
it,
I'll ask
please.
my questions after you explain it, cause I thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, can you actually explain
The
what the
difference,
change in the process of be? So I can make sure compared to what I have. in my
design
notes.
build services, the difference is a lot of the things that the city has done in the past is design, bid, build. So what we'll do is we'll pay an architect to design the thing, and then we go bid it out, and then, which is a separate process, and then we build it. So sometimes by the time the contractor gets the contract documents to build it, they look at the design and they're like, we can't do this, we can't do that, this is not constructible, we need to do all these change orders. There's a lot of times that we have to value engineer or take out things because cost increases on this side because the contractor can't do what the architect said to do. With the design build services, it's the city or the entity, which is us, the city, the contractor, the architect, and the engineers all come together at one time.
Okay.
And we design the thing from that moment going forward. So everybody's on the same page. With the design bid build, it's just more difficult. It's, in the past, we've been subject to so many change orders because the contractors and the architects aren't talking, the engineers aren't talking to the architects, the contractors aren't talking to the engineers, and then the city's kind of left in here standing in front of council saying, I have to write a check for a change order and ask Mr. Skipper to approve another change order, and council hates change orders. So with design build, we go and say, okay, this is how much we have for the project. Like for the 526 mitigation one. We say, this is what our budget is, we design it based on that budget. And if there's things that we can add in there, we try to add as much stuff as we possibly can in that project. If there's some things that we might have to take out to stay within that budget. With the old process, the design, bid, build process, we don't know what the budget is yet. So the architect could design a $20 million building, we get the bid and the bid might come in at 25 million. So we're looking at Rob and saying, Rob, where are we gonna get $5 million? We either say, we pull it from general funds, we cut some stuff out of it, or we just don't do the project.
Okay. Question, so my question is, does the architect and the builder have to work for the same company? Or will it still be like 2 different bidded jobs in regards to like how we try to work with more like our different business owners, or like say an architect is an independent architect, would they still have a chance at getting that job as much as a company that already has like an on-site architect?
Yes.
That's my question.
Yes, what this is gonna do is we're gonna go out for qualifications, and all the contractors are gonna get their teams of engineers, their teams of architects. Now, this one will be based on, we're gonna award the contract to the contractor. Contractor's gonna be responsible of going through their design or their design teams of architects, engineers, of all their subs, everything. And they come to the city and say, okay, City of North Charleston, we wanna build this fire station for you, we're gonna design it, we want to use this engineer, this, you know, these subs, this architect, are you okay with that? Generally, we say yes. If there's issues that we can prove that we've had issues in the past with them in the past, then we say no, we don't wanna use that architect, or we don't wanna use that engineer, we don't wanna use those subs because of performance deficiencies.
So this is project specific, this isn't like the
Yes.
overall project.
This is project specific, and this is mostly for big projects, like when we do the pro shop at Westcott Golf Course. We wanna be at a point and say, okay, we want this construction team to design this, build it, and be done. The next one that you're getting ready to approve are just architects. That's for things like fire stations. We already have a design for the fire station. But we need to hire an architect to say, we need you to take this design, site adapt it to this specific site. We gotta pay someone to do that. They have the stamp to where they can approve and say, okay, we fit the design on this thing, and we can approve it and get it through permit.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good question, Councilwoman. That's exactly why we did the SBE office. That office was put in here in 2024 because of all the development that we're doing in the city of North Charleston. A lot of our small companies cannot compete. They don't have the bandwidth nor the capacity to compete with some of these other businesses. So we try to level the playing field. And it goes to his office is responsible for the SBE office. So all these development sites, they're there. Not only to do the wiring, the concrete, we wanna be in inception, to do all, like you said, the planning and drawing, because they need to make money as well. So I'm glad you brought it up, that's why we created the SBE office.
Yeah, it could be architecture, it could be engineering, it could be construction management, it could be, involves all that.
And we have a meeting every month.
At the last Wednesday of every month.
Small businesses in here.
You should come talk to the small business. Small business roundtable.
Any other questions? Alright, we have a motion and a second, all those in favor, somebody saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Item number 7, request to approve the evaluation committee for project NC 23-25 indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity architectural services.
Approval.
Motion and a second, any discussion? You wanna say anything, Will, are you good? Hearing none, we have a motion and a second, all those in favor, somebody saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there anything else to come before the, yes, sir?
Yes, Chairman.
Yes, sir.
We are going to, tomorrow at 6:00 PM in council chambers, we'll be swearing in the new city councilman, Greg Perry. And he wanted to do it a little earlier than that, but his daughter's gonna be a big part of it. So he actually asked us to kind of hold off for him, because we're gonna try to do it today. But his daughter wants to be a part of it. So 6:00 tomorrow, we'll do the swearing in. Also, council, we're gonna actually have our council, city council meeting in the community, like we did at old Danny Jones area. We're gonna take that down to the southern part of the city. That's gonna be at Conner Avenue, that gymnasium down there, the new gymnasium. We'll do it down there. Chef, are you here? What date is that? Sorry.
February 26th.
26, okay. 26. So we'll take that to the southern part of the city, and once we leave there, we'll take the council meeting in the community in the northern part of the city. And we'll get that date set up. Also, key to the city. I've been working on this for quite some time with Mandy and Letitia and Ryan and Tony. We actually give up proclamations. We give up a lot of good things, and sometimes we go to people's funerals and we read things in their honor. So finally got a key to the city. We're gonna propose it. The key to the city is the highest ceremony honor the the city of North Charleston may be bestowed. It is reserved for individuals or organizations whose outstanding contributions have significantly benefited the city and its residents, demonstrated extraordinary public service, or brought positive recognition to the city at a regional, national, and international level. The purpose of this policy is to establish clear criteria and procedures for awarding the keys to the city, ensuring that it remains a rare and distinguished honor. So once we get everything situated, we'll make sure we forward to the city council. And we would definitely love you all to give us some input on who you may think in your districts or in the city that should be recognized. I would say this, as a mayor, we have a part in it, and you see it, and it would actually say revocation of the key to the city. So if something's going wrong, when you take a look at it, I want my key back. I'm just thinking, you know, we have to, if we're gonna give this to somebody, we expect them to, you know, carry themselves in the way that we would expect somebody to want us to carry ourselves. So we'll get that to you all very, very soon. I know that Kenny has been talking about it for a long period of time as well. And also, my last thing, the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, which you will see the pink and green, which is our Kirkland Council and our city councilwoman. They are Alpha Kappa Alphas. So their birthday today is 118 years of this long-serving Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. And I want to say happy birthday to you.
Also note that we were the first.
Well, we have some deltas and everybody, I don't wanna get into that, but she's right, you were the first. That year, y'all were the first, so I just want to make sure we recognize them, and then we also have to recognize the deltas too, because the delta's birthday was Tuesday. And my wife is a delta as well, so I just wanna make sure that that is said. But Chairman, other than that, I have nothing.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else? Hearing nothing, this meeting is adjourned.
We did it.